They're good, we're good. You guys, please put your hands together. From Providence, Rhode Island, whatever fate decides.
Thank you, everyone, for that wonderful introduction. I am Neil, and this is Whatever Fate Decides. You're about to see a live tarot reading happen for an invited guest, and we'll take a minute to just kind of explore, like, you know, their humanity, our shared humanity together, our connection to the unseen. I'm going to go ahead and just set these down and introduce you to our invited guest, Richie Wormkessel. Oh man, it is so good to get the chance to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chatted online.
Yeah, I mean, we for the record, we don't actually know each other. We just met in person for the very first time today. So, Richie, as I get organized and kind of set up here for just a second, basically what you're gonna see today is just a little 3-card tarot reading, probably 3 cards, we can see what they say. And the whole show just really exists for you. So, you know, you got a question that you wanted to ask the cards, and we'll, you know, explore that together. But then we're also just gonna take a moment and, like, maybe every once in a while, have a set of actors come through, and they're gonna improvise sort of like around and about the reading that you have. You can participate as much as you want, but you don't have to. And you've got an important tool that you can use. You can just say, hey, please stop. If it's like, whoa, I didn't want to talk about that in public with all of you. And, you know, that way you know you're safe.
Cool.
Cool. Awesome. So, as I get kind of organized out here, I just wanted to ask, like, what have you been thinking about? Like, what's this question that you wanted to ask the cards?
I've really been trying to think of a succinct question.
Oh, you don't have to be succinct. We'll work it out. Like, we'll work it out with you, right?
Yeah. I think my big question is, am I where I'm supposed to be? Or will I ever get to where I think I should be?
Oh, that's a great question. So will you ever get to where you think you should be, like in an aspect of your life?
Yeah, like I feel like I had a plan for my life, and I'm wondering if any of those things are going to happen. The things that didn't already happen.
I guess my question to you is that in a specific part of your life, or is it like a life plan? Like,
Well, I think specifically my career.
Your career.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. By the way, in case you're wondering if you're a tarot aficionado, I use a thing, it's called the Alley Man's Tarot. It's huge, and it's a lot to pay attention to, plus Richie, I use the guidebook, and if that's a problem, then, well, this isn't the show for you. So, Richie, let's go ahead and think about your question, about your career. I'm gonna mix the cards. When you tell me to stop, I will. Ready?
Stop.
Interesting. Okay, this is kind of fascinating. So, because I'm getting like 2 cards that are sort of variations of each other, they're all really powerful cards, Richie. They're all in something called the Major Arcana, which is like a big, powerful suit that's supposed to be like about like your soul's journey or the soul's journey through life. And this card that's here in the past is something called the Tower. And like with it, it's like in the past, with whatever was going on with your career, like sudden change.
Neil
like,
and Richie, would you hold that up so the audience can see it?
Oh yeah, that's a great, thank you, Rosalie. If you all can see this, I'm not sure if you can, but it's the tower, and it's a picture of a tower, essentially. But it's, you can see in the imagery, it's cracking, right? It's changed, like in a sudden destructive way. But like, it's also a reminder that like, after everything happens, like, hey, you can rebuild out of those ashes, right? You're not like totally just fucked.
Right. It's not the end.
Yeah, and I'm just curious, like, unless you have something, go ahead, actors.
Sweetie! Sweetie!
Do you have a sweetie in your life, Richie?
I do.
Oh, what's their name?
Kelsey?
Kelsey. Great, go ahead.
Kelsey! Gosh, I'm
Before
sorry.
I went to work, I built this house of cards and I came home and look at this. What is this?
I am so sorry. I can pick them up. It's okay. Look,
Look, I had, the roof is all supposed to be spades. All right, the sides are all hearts because this home is supposed to be built of love.
I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry, Richard.
I didn't mean to take it out on you like that. I got scared.
That's okay. I know you're not actually mad at me. I know it's just a house of cards.
Do you know what this means to me, though?
Look, I gotta ask you a hard question. How important are these actually to you? Because you're yelling at me like they really matter, but they're just cards.
Pause for just a second. Richie, does Kelsey like yell at you sometimes? Like, yeah, maybe
Yes. I mean, yeah, of course. Everyone. I feel like every couple has.
has those moments.
Moments, yeah, yeah.
And like, have you ever had a moment like this where you come home from work frustrated and like had this like,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah?
I mean, I'll tell. One time she threw a thing of raviolis at me. Like Wawa
I know, right?
Wawa fried raviolis. Because I asked for one, and she said, if you wanted some, you should have got some. It escalated. And then she threw them, and then I threw them back, and then she ate them.
Look, these cards don't mean a lot to me, but the metaphor does mean a lot to me. Yes, I yelled at you. I'm sorry I yelled at you, but you yelled too. Do you remember that time that you threw raviolis at me?
Don't bring up that time.
You know I'm a pierogi guy!
Thank you. That's good. Thanks, players. Thank you. Cool. So we get a sense that like what is it that you do for work? Just so that I know.
I'm in marketing
Okay.
for a tech company.
I can see that would make you want to throw things. Like
Yeah.
that
Oh,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So like you come home, sometimes you have come home in the past, like
Yeah.
frustrated and feeling like just shit is crashing down.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
ugh.
I will say that struck me because I really have had a lot of career problems. Yeah, like I've several companies I've worked for have closed. I've lost my job, and I feel like I've always reset, and it feels like I'm taking a step back every time, which has been difficult.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could we see one quick scene, guys? I'm kind of curious. What would happen if we get to see Richie pushing the reset button again?
Mr. Wormkessel,
Yep.
now please don't take this personally. We love working with you. You bring a wonderful light and joy to the company.
I love to hear
You're
that.
a delight.
I love to hear that.
Unfortunately, due to budgeting reasons, we are going to have to eliminate your position. So it's not going to work out. I'm so sorry.
It's kind of messed up, bro. I'm being honest, like, I had a big plan.
Sorry. Do you want to try it again?
I'd love to try it again.
Okay,
Really?
All right. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Wormkessel.
Yes.
You are a joy to work with. We enjoy having you here at the company, but I'm afraid we need more of you. We need you to come in and work more for us. No? Want to try it again?
I don't like that at all.
Okay,
No, all right.
try it again.
Is there one of these that, are we getting closer to it about how it feels or like hitting some
I mean, that conversation has happened several times. And
Really?
They're always slightly different.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Right. But at the end, you still don't have a job. So
Right, yeah. Sucks.
sucks.
Cool, I think we got the message. Great. Okay, thanks. So I wanted to look at this next card. I'll show it to you if you care. But it's fascinating because, like, in this deck, it's a card called the House of God. So in this wild, crazy, non-standard deck, this is a card that's actually really closely related to the Tower. Again, it feels like this is a message, Richie.
Yeah.
And here in the present, what it feels like it's about is like, it's like you're like getting sucked into this feeling of like just like shit is sort of pressing down on you about how you feel about your career right now. Like it's just like it's sort of this unstoppable like that you're stuck in the present. Right, and then in the image of the card, right, you kind of see like this giant lightning bolt coming down and blowing up another tower. and crashing down on you. And it's just kind of an acknowledgement, like, this is where you're at right now, man.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
Do it. Do the things.
All right. Come on, guys. We gotta get through this swamp.
God, this is really hard.
I know. It's a swamp. It's not supposed to be easy.
You know, I got a question.
Yes?
Why are we walking through this swamp?
To learn a valuable life lesson.
Oh, I like that.
How do you feel about the life lesson, huh?
I just learned a lesson about leeches on my ass.
Another.
For just a second, pause. Richie, are there any like life lessons that you feel like you've been learning in this time in the present? Like anything that, I mean, maybe not in the literal swamp.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I feel that. I feel like I've been stuck, and I think I've been trying to learn that, like, your career doesn't define you, so don't stress about it as much as you do. You know.
Oh.
This is weird.
No, it's not
It's,
weird.
it's real.
It's
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
Yeah. I've been trying not to focus on the job and focus just on the fact that I am working, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
When so many aren't.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like maybe we could see Richie slog through his day,
All right.
just like you're slogging through the swamp.
I've been at this for a long time, and it just seems like I keep getting more tired, but today at lunch something happened. I talked to Ted, and Ted complained to me about what was going on at his house.
There's just so much going on in my house, Richie. It's just, I just can't take it. It's all this stress piling up. There's all these incoming requests and all these outgoing things, and oh my God, Richie, it's killing me.
I pause for just a second. Richie, you have this guy at work, right?
Oh yeah, I have a Ted in my life.
You have a Ted in your life. Do they bitch about like stress at their house?
Absolutely, and he lives. His life to me looks like he lives in a fucking gilded tower and complains all the time. And I'm like, fuck you, Ted.
Great. Use that information, please.
Ted, you got it so great, man. Your wife loves you. You have an assistant who does nothing but stand behind you all day and rub your shoulders.
But she sucks. She sucks.
She might not be very good, but it's got to be better than no massage at all.
Like you don't understand. You don't understand what it's like. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Because if you lived in my shoes, if you lived in my shoes, you would see.
Well, I'll tell you what, you hate your life. I'm over here fucking going through all of this and trudging through paperwork all day long. What if you traded places with me and let me get a bad shoulder massage once in a while?
Oh, could be interesting. I don't know. Is that interesting?
Richie?
Yes.
Little life swap. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. What is it like? I mean, it feels kind of nice, but I'll be honest with you, it feels kind of unearned.
Awesome. Take a seat. Thank you. I don't know about that, Richie. I think you deserve it.
Yeah, I pay for massages because I earn them.
Do you?
Thank you so much.
That's great. It's good to know about you. Yeah. I think you deserve good things.
That was good. It was all right.
Yeah, well, so like one of the things that's about this show is that just like any good tarot card reading, this is just a snapshot, like a snapshot of your current trajectory. So if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it. Like you can just be like, all right, do something else.
Change it.
Change it, and we can do that in this show right now, which is cool. The reason why I say that is not that this is bad, but it's kind of like another recognition. This deck has 1 million death cards. This is one of them. It is shovel death specifically. So this is yeah kinda right. Thank you for the help. It is kind of that. It's shovel death reversed. So this is like it's like you're holding on to this like old wound in the future from all of these past like rejections and slapdowns, and it's kind of like, well, why does it still keep hurting you? And to me, it starts asking the question like, why do you keep going back for more? Like maybe you need to sort of like focus on it, deal with it, and let it go instead of letting it fester. Like, and to me, we have limited time, of course. We will show you the shit version of your future if you'd like to see it.
Yeah.
But like, you want to see that?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, let's see it
why
then.
not?
Smash.
Yeah, here comes the Chef Boyardee, Richie!
What the hell? Look! I'm sorry, I just wanted to start over and try it one more time. Look, you could throw it at me. Can you just take it out of the jar?
That sounds like a thing Kelsey would do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. That's awesome. Great, thank you.
Half the room probably knows her.
Oh, wow. I don't know her for the record.
She's a food thrower.
Is she? That's good to know. Well, so like, I'm curious, like, so if anything could happen, if you could deal with this sort of like repetitive grind and get past it, like, what would you like to see happen in your career?
Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. I would just like to be in a position where I didn't constantly internally feel like I'm gonna lose this at any moment.
So it feels unstable right now.
Always.
And that like trauma of having the reset button that could just at any point, Mr. Warmkessel, I'm sorry, you're out of a job.
Yeah, it's happened enough times that now I think about it all the time, every day.
Players, I have an idea. Oh, Charlie has an idea.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I have an idea. Could we offer Richie a golden contract, like a CEO?
Sure.
And then see what comes next?
Yes.
Unless you want to do your thing.
I want to do my thing a little bit.
Do your thing. Yeah. It's all right. Your idea's probably better anyway.
We'll bring it all together, I'm sure. All right, so we're all here. Very good. Now, I want you to grab these controls right here. Now, this is your first day here at building orientation.
Yes.
Now, we're going to start with foundations, right? So, what you want with a foundation, you want to make something really solid, probably wide.
Yeah.
And, with roots that go deep. So, why don't you give a shot at that, and we'll see what you do.
My God, the man's a natural!
Wow. My God, he is. Listen, we need a new CEO.
A new CEO?
Yeah, take a look at this.
We've drawn up the paperwork already in anticipation of your visit today.
CEO of button pushing, golden parachute. All right, I mean, that sounds great to me.
All right, Mr. Warmkessel, we just need your signature.
Dot the O. There you go.
All right, well, you're hired.
Oh my goodness.
Now listen, though, as you do this, this is a serious job.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
There's a lot of responsibilities you're taking on, but we think we picked the right person
I do too.
because you seem calm, you seem collected,
Very.
you seem grounded.
An incredible fashion sense.
Incredible fashion sense.
I did wear this for the special occasion.
Does it seem like a thing that could maybe happen
One day,
one day?
that'd be great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just like having a little stability
Yeah.
more than
yeah.
anything.
Transparency.
Right.
You know.
And like maybe we could put to bed this like old thing from the past.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Yeah, I think he can, right everyone?
Do it. You could do it.
So with that, what I'd ask is if we could all just like give Richie a nice round of applause, knowing that.
Let's go,
Thank you very much for going with us on this little journey of holding Richie up. I feel like we all got a chance to get to know you a little bit better, and to get to see like what happened with the cards. Maybe next time we'll get a chance to go further and deeper. But for now, this has been Whatever Fate Decides, everyone. Thanks so much for our show.